Hello, America. This is Call of Duty Goddess. Today is May the 24th, 2016. I wanted to give you an update and let you know that I am looking into Benghazi. I probably won't be doing a lot of videos here because of the heavy research that I'm doing, and I'm trying to get out and get a little sun and enjoy myself as well. So I wanted to do a quick video on the forgotten. In my research, in the events surrounding Benghazi, I have found Commander Job Price. Commander Job Price was the commander of Navy SEAL Team 4. He was killed in December of 2012 after the Benghazi event took place. There's much speculation around his death, and the State Department says that it was a suicide, which anyone who's looked into this man's death knows better and has written as such. So let's look into Commander Job Price here and see what we can find. And the reason I want to do that is because the more I look into Benghazi and the activities and happenings that surround Benghazi, I have found that there is and has been, maybe even before then, some people speculate that there is a war on our Spec Ops, on our Special Operations teams. And I think someone needs to talk about it, as well as talk about Benghazi, the surrounding events, and the things that are being uncovered. With hindsight being 2020, I think it might be a good time for me, as well as other people, to maybe start looking into this Benghazi thing. There's a lot of cover-ups going on. But I have found some honest reporters out there who want to get their word out, but just can't be heard. So, let's talk about Commander Job Price here. Did top Navy SEAL commander really kill himself? Mystery surrounds death of SEAL Team 4's Commander Job W. Price. The 42-year-old, highly decorated officer has a wife and young daughter back at home in Virginia. Is this really a case of Afghan allies taking down another American in green on blue incident? Why the rush to call the death an apparent suicide? Could be a cover-up. In an unusual move, less than 48 hours after Commander Price's death in Afghanistan, Navy sources leaked to the Associated Press that 42-year-old native Pottstown, Pennsylvania, had taken his own life in an apparent suicide. The source was not identified, it was said, because the death is an ongoing investigation. And this, of course, was from 2012. Quite frankly, this doesn't pass the smell test. It doesn't add up at all. Commander Price has a wife and young daughter back at home in Virginia, and for the officer's tragic death to be labeled an apparent suicide on Christmas Eve makes us wonder if this was really something else. Looking into the dead commander's background, there is nothing to indicate he would do such a thing, much less put his beloved family through such a terrible ordeal at this time of the year. Price's past was like a storybook tale. He was a varsity wrestler and member of the championship football team in Pottstown High School in his native Pennsylvania. A member of the National Honor Society there, he was a much decorated naval officer who'd been boss of SEAL Team 4 since June of 2011. At the time of his death, Price and his men were helping train Afghan police in remote Urgazan province. I hope I didn't hatchet that too bad. And in this article, they go on to ask if it's another green on blue execution style terrorist attack. So there are other articles that say quite another story. Just to give you an idea, I'm at European Union Times, where they speak of a Russian intelligence report stating that the SEAL Team 4 was used to protect Hillary Clinton on a C-12 Huron aircraft, and it crashed. And they're stating that's why Hillary Clinton was wearing those thick glasses in the Benghazi hearings that took place in December of 2012, and why she was late and couldn't make it. They were saying that she's in a plane crash. And there are some crazy circumstances and speculation that surround this. So I'll leave the link for this. Here's one of the reports from, it's called a GRU report, which is Kremlin intelligence. So here's another article by Red State dated April the 11th, 2015, titled Hillary Owes Americans the Truth About the Cause of Her Concussion. And it speaks of that as well. And it also speaks of the Israeli Mossad intelligence that kind of agrees with the GRU report, basically says the same thing. The Israeli Mossad-linked news site Debka, who in their December 31st article titled Hillary Clinton in Hospital Amid Speculation of Plane Accident in Iran, wrote, around Tehran and the Gulf Emirates, Debka file was already picking up insistent rumors claiming that Clinton was seriously injured while on a secret mission in the region in the first week of December. Some claimed that in some incident, Americans in her party, advisors, and security personnel were either injured or killed. These rumors did not say what her secret mission was. However, the episode described occurred shortly after December 1st, when, as Debka file reported at the time, Obama administration officials and senior representatives of Ayatollah Khomeini launched secret talks on Iran's nuclear program. So there is much speculation around this man's death, and I do believe that it was by the State Department called a suicide, which means this man's family doesn't get any benefits if it is a suicide, which is very sad, especially to his daughter. And these are the kind of things that have happened surrounding Benghazi, and really since Barack Hussein Obama became president. A lot of it's like a war almost on our special operations. So I wanted to talk about Commander Job Price and to let his family know and the rest of the special operations know that we have not forgotten, and I will do my best to bring attention to these special operations people who really put their life on the line on a daily basis for us. And the job that they do is needed in this country more now than ever. I want to take you to a website here called Special Operations Speaks. And it's a website about our Constitution, and they're trying to help take back our country. Their allies are Citizens Commission on Benghazi, Accuracy in Media, Patriot Network TV. Their mission: we as veterans and supporters of the special operations communities are committed to identifying and combating the internal and external threats to the sovereignty of the United States of America. And they go on to speak of their goals: educating Americans about and promote remedies and programs to counter the ongoing dismantling of America's diplomatic, informational, military, and economic powers, without which our republic cannot flourish or be sustained. Educate Americans about Islamic Jihad and Sharia, existential threat to DIME, America's elements of national power. Uncover the truth with regard to the Benghazi massacre, to include failed security preparations, intentional abandonment of our citizens in distress, and the blatant cover-up surrounding this national tragedy. Protect the rights, benefits, and privileges earned by active duty personnel and veterans for their honorable service to and sacrifice for our nation. Support qualified congressional candidates or serving members who support and defend our Constitution. restore credibility, integrity, and honor to the office of the Commander-in-Chief of the United States of America. It's a wonderful website. I'll leave all the links below for you. And just wanted to remind you, I'm still here, but I'm out in the sun, and I'm doing some research on Benghazi and other things, but I'm slowing down the pace a bit. So, this is Call of Duty Goddess. You may not see me as often, but I'm still here. Signing off, and as always, I've got your 6.